Shalom. First and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Racha Gwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Shalom to the elect, the 144,000, first and foremost, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four quarters of the earth. Lord willing, we be at that number. I'm your brother Tabari Yakuna coming at you with another video, and Lord willing, it's edifying. A lot of stuff going on in the news, man, especially after this election. It's, man, I don't even know where to start. I mean, first thing that comes to mind is we got hella wildfires going on the East Coast, the West Coast, and the East Coast, because we know, we're kind of used to, those fires going off on the West Coast, but they're also in the Northeast of America, of course, which is Babylon the Great. And they're, because it's so dry up there. And you got Southern California that's just getting ripped with wildfires, man. And we know that, this devil, according to Revelation 12 and verse 12, he knoweth that he hath but a short time. When we say the devil, we talking about Esau, Edom, so-called white man. He's not white, he's red because his blood shows forth through his skin. That's really, it's pretty it's foundational, man, in knowing who your enemy is, man, because these words white and black, they put an enchantment on you if you don't understand where the meaning of them. This is why we go into a lot of the meanings of words, man. This is how this devil was given the ability to deceive the whole world, as it is written in the book of Revelation. I believe that's the 9th chapter. Salakia, the 12th chapter, speaking of the great dragon that was cast out, called the devil and Satan, to deceive the whole world. This is how we connect Esau to the spiritual demon, Satan. Revelation 12 and verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. All right, so when you go into the deception of this devil, it really started during the Renaissance era, when he was cast out into the earth. All right, it says because when you go to Job 9 and 24, the earth was given unto the hand of the wicked. And who's that wicked? The Esau, Edom, starting with his elite bankers. Okay. So just to get back to, the news of what's going on right now, all of a sudden, these plagues, which the scriptures speak about the plagues, how they are, they're not going to be slack. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Verse 39, even so shall the plagues, Salakia, even so shall the plagues be slack, Salakia, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. So, yeah, the plagues come in a variety of manners. You got plagues, natural plagues. You got plagues as far as information is concerned, because a lot of this information is being tainted. Esau is, we already went through Revelation 12 and 12, knowing that he hath but a short time. A short time for what? A short time to push forth his plan, man. His perceived, master plan. What he perceives as his master plan, that new world order of things. At NWO, it's on the back of the dollar. He does a thing called hidden in plain sight. It kind of gives him a way to argue with the Most High. See, I've shown these people, I've put it right in front of them that my plans, and it's not my fault that they got caught up and didn't seek these things out. But see, the scriptures say that we know, Lord willing, we be that number of the prophets knoweth all things. Okay, and so we know this devil's plans. His NWO. And so he's pushing a lot of confusion, a lot of man-made plagues, which ultimately are the Lord's doing it, because Esau is the Lord's sword. He uses Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to push forth hell on earth, basically. And Esau's been doing that, since the Renaissance age, since the Renaissance era, and even before then, but more currently, since that Renaissance age, when he came back into the earth to deceive all nations. And that beast, that second beast came into the earth. That second beast being NATO and the EU. That beast system. So, the revival of the Roman Empire. So, he's got all kinds of instruments of warfare and that are plaguing the earth. You got HARP that manipulates the earth and its natural the earth's natural systems. He even creates his own fires. Like, looking at one of these news stories, it was talking about how they don't know how the fire got started. And they just throw that in there real quick, at the last minute. We don't know who did it or how it got started, and nobody really even questions it. People know that marching doesn't matter. None of these things matter, man. This is why, salvation from this devil is only going to be through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The only way you can get away from the plagues of this earth is through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, being delivered up and out. This is Revelation 18 and verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth. So that's that deception, how it was devil came to deceive all the nations. All right. It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. So, you know, these big authoritative figures all over the globe have sat down and worked out plans to help, prop up their own nation, and that's called adultery, really. They lay down with the whore that rides the beast back, that whore being America, Babylon the Great. It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So, they get kickbacks for laying down with this whore. All right, verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. See? So the ultimate plague is going to be in the form of, it's kind of like the cherry on top of all these plagues, is going to be in the form of, the ICBM missiles, man. The ultimate judgment. Okay, America being that altar that's being set up for a sacrifice, unto the Lord. For the atrocities, for the payback to that base man, Esau, and his descendants, so the Edomites, the Idumeans, because these devils got to pay for their fathers' sins. Okay, they're going to pay for their father's sins, as the scriptures say. But so we got plagues in the form of natural disasters. You got plagues in the form of misinformation, disinformation that create more division, which is just the big thing right now. Division is just being set forth, in order to bring forth more confusion and more chaos into the world, man. Because, of course, we keep saying it, that this devil knoweth that he hath but a short time to implement his NWO, which ultimately that NWO, pardon me, is it points to the digitization of all things, everything going digital, everything being tracked and traced, totally able to recall all movements and all thoughts, especially when they put the cherry on top of the digitization of all things. That cherry being that micro C hip written of in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th and 17th verse, and that MOTB. This is Luke chapter 12 and verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? This is Yahweh Shai speaking. So a lot of people think that when the Lord comes back, he's going to, gently pull out his elect. A lot of people think that everybody can be saved, which is not true. It's just the elect of Israel. Zechariah 13 and verse 8. So this is a seed line thing. This has nothing to do with the rest of the nations. The nations are going into slavery. All right. It says, I tell you nay, but rather division. So the world is being divided, ultimately through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But the Lord uses, nations to get the job done. But his elect shall be saved. So Lord willing, that was edifying. Shalom.